Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affair MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, Galathea Bay, sometimes seen in the news, is part of which of the following island groups of India? Andaman Island, Nicobar Island, Minicoy Island or Kavaratti Island? The correct answer is option B, Nicobar Island. Galathea Bay in the Nicobar Islands hosts multiple rare species including the leatherback turtle, and the project imperils their future. It was in the news in connection to the Great Nicobar Island project. Hence option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's episode. First question is regarding Lake Natron, which one of the statements is not correct? It is located on the border between Tanzania and Zambia. Its water is highly alkaline. It is a recognized Ramsar site and an important bird and biodiversity area, or it is the largest breeding ground in the world for lesser flamingos. The correct answer is option A. It is located on the border between Tanzania and Zambia. Lake Natron is a salt lake located on the border between Tanzania and Kenya. It is part of the eastern branch of the Rift Valley. The water coming into the lake leaches through the volcanic material of nearby Mount Ol Doinyo Lengai. So the lake's water is highly alkaline. It is a recognized Ramsar site and important bird and biodiversity area in Tanzania. It is the largest breeding ground in the world for lesser flamingos. Hence option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following. 1. Kozhikode, 2. Jaipur, 3. Mumbai, 4. Hyderabad. Which of the above mentioned cities is or are recognized as the city of literature under the UNESCO Creative Cities Network? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 only or 1, 2, 3 and 4? The correct answer is option C, 1 only. UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Kozhikode, known for its rich cultural heritage, has been officially declared as India's first UNESCO City of Literature. In October 2023, Kozhikode earned a place in the literature category of the UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Kozhikode historically served as a pivotal port city, welcoming Persians, Arabs, Chinese, and Europeans. The first Malayalam novel, Kundalata, was written by Appu Nedungadi Kundalata in Kozhikode in 1887. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements regarding the Indus Waters Treaty. 1. It was signed in 1960 between India and Pakistan and was brokered by the United Nations. 2. It prescribes how water from the 6 rivers of the Indus River system would be shared between India and Pakistan. 3. It allocated 3 western rivers, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, to India, and the 3 eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, were allocated to Pakistan for unrestricted usage. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Indus Waters Treaty was signed on September 19, 1960 between India and Pakistan and was brokered by the World Bank. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It prescribes how water from the 6 rivers of the Indus River system, Indus River and its 5 tributaries, Satluj, Beas, Ravi, Jhelum and Chenab, would be shared between India and Pakistan. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It allocated the 3 western rivers, Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, to Pakistan for unrestricted use, barring certain non-consumptive agricultural and domestic uses by India, and the 3 eastern rivers, Ravi, Beas and Satluj, were allocated to India for unrestricted usage. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements regarding foreign exchange reserves. 1. Foreign exchange reserves are assets held on reserve by a central bank in foreign currencies, which can include bonds, treasury bills, and other government securities. 2. India's forex reserve includes foreign currency assets, gold reserves, SDR, and a reserve position with the International Monetary Fund. 3. As per the current mandate, India should have a forex reserve for 6 months of import requirements. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Foreign exchange reserves are assets held on reserve by a central bank in foreign currencies, which can include bonds, treasury bills, and other government securities. Hence, statement 1 is correct. India's forex reserve includes foreign currency assets, gold reserves, special drawing rights, and a reserve position with the International Monetary Fund. Hence, statement 2 is correct. After the economic crisis of 1990-91, the High-Level Committee on Balance of Payment recommended that India should have a forex reserve for 12 months of import requirements. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements regarding Hansa Mehta. 1. The president of the UNGA recently honored her on the International Day of Women in Diplomacy. 2. As the president of All India Women's Conference, she led the drafting of the Indian Women's Charter of Rights. 3. She was also a member of the Provincial Constitution Committee of the Constituent Assembly. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 only, 3 only, or 1, 2, 3 and 4? The correct answer is option A, 1 and 2 only. Recently, the President of the United Nations General Assembly honored Hansa Mehta on the International Day for Women in Diplomacy. Hence, statement 1 is correct. As the President of the All India Women's Conference in 1946, she led the drafting of the Indian Women's Charter of Rights, which demanded gender equality, civil rights, and justice for women in India. Hence, statement 2 is correct. She was also part of the Constituent Assembly of India, a member of its Advisory Committee and Subcommittee on Fundamental Rights. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following statements regarding Tibet. 1. Tibet borders India, Nepal, Myanmar and Bhutan. 2. Yutsang, Kham and Amdo are 3 original provinces of Tibet. 3. Tibet Autonomous Region is made up of Amdo province only. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Tibet is located to the southwest of China, also bordering India, Nepal, Myanmar, Burma and Bhutan. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Yutsang, Kham and Amdo are 3 original provinces of Tibet. The people in these regions all consider themselves Tibetan. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Tibet Autonomous Region includes only Yutsang and part of Kham. The remainder of Kham was divided between Sichuan and Yunnan Chinese provinces. Amdo was divided between Gansu, Sichuan and Qinghai provinces. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next question, consider the following pairs: geological sites and location. 1. Dhala Crater, Andhra Pradesh. 2. Lonar Crater, Maharashtra. 3. Varkala Cliff, Gujarat. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? 2 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, or 1, 2 and 3? The correct answer is option A, 2 only. Dhala Crater is an impact structure formed by an asteroid. It is situated in the Shivpuri district of Madhya Pradesh. The Dhala Crater is the only one discovered in the subcontinent and Far East Asia by an Indian scientist. Hence, pair 1 is not correctly matched. Lonar Crater is located on the Deccan Plateau in the Buldhana district of Maharashtra. It is now a highly saline and alkaline water lake due to no outflow, leading to a concentration of minerals. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Varkala Cliff in Kerala is made up of rocks deposited millions of years ago and has been declared by the Geological Survey of India as a geological heritage site. Hence, pair 3 is not correctly matched. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next question, as per the Constitution of India, what conditions are needed to be fulfilled in order to recognize a person as a leader of the opposition? 1. The party should be numerically the biggest one in opposition to the government. 2. The party should be recognized by the speaker as the opposition party. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The post of the leader of opposition received statutory recognition through the Salary and Allowances of Leaders of Opposition in Parliament Act 1977. It is not a constitutional post. As per the Salary and Allowances of Leaders of Opposition in Parliament Act 1977, there are 2 conditions that need to be fulfilled in order to recognize a person as a leader of opposition, that is LOP. First, the party should be numerically the biggest one in opposition to the government. Hence, statement 1 is correct. And second, the party should be recognized by the speaker as the opposition party. The speaker can recognize a party as such only if it has 10% seats of the strength of the house. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next question, which schedule of the Indian Constitution contains provisions regarding defections? 5th schedule, 7th schedule, 9th schedule or 10th schedule? The correct answer is option D, 10th schedule. Defection refers to the act of switching political allegiance, particularly when a member of a political party leaves their party to join another party. In India, the anti-defection law was enacted through the 52nd Amendment Act 1985, which introduced the 10th schedule to the Constitution. The purpose of the anti-defection law is to prevent or discourage defections by imposing penalties on politicians who switch parties or otherwise violate party discipline. Hence, option D is the correct answer. Last question is, what is the primary principle of a residual dividend policy? Paying dividends only after meeting all capital expenditure needs, paying a fixed dividend irrespective of earnings, paying dividends equal to a set percentage of net income, or paying dividends only during profitable years. The correct answer is option A, paying dividends only after meeting all capital expenditure needs. In a residual dividend policy, the amount of dividends paid to shareholders amounts to profits left over after the company has paid for its capital expenditures and working capital cost. It is adopted by companies to prioritize capital expenditures over immediate shareholder dividend payments. Companies that maintain a residual dividend policy invest in growth opportunities from profits before paying shareholders their dividends. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now moving on to practice question. Which government agency is responsible for implementing the digital MSME scheme? Small Industries Development Bank of India, National Small Industries Corporation, Confederation of Indian Industry, or Khadi and Village Industries Commission? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for more such updates. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.